Is yoga good for your spine? Yoga is a mind-body exercise with verifiable sources in the ancient Indian way of thinking. Different styles of yoga join real postures, breathing, relaxation, or reasoning strategies. Within 5,000 years of the founding of yoga, the phrase yoga has seen a renaissance in today's society, where underwear is traded for clothing and socks. Currently, yoga is considered a type of actual exercise that relies on asanas to stimulate improved body and mind control, improve well-being, and avoid many spine problems and back pain. Yoga wallpaper. There is no archive created for the yoga creator. Yogas practiced yoga sometime before any record of this emerged. The yogas of the centuries gave control of their students and a few unmistakable schools of yoga which were created in light of the fact that training increased in outreach and universal excellence. Sanskrit, the Indo-European formulation of the Vedas, India's first letters in the afterlife, additionally brought writing and yoga technique. Yoga Sutra, a 2,000-year-old composition on the yoga tradition from the Indian sage Patanjali, is a kind of guide that gives guidance on the best ideal way to deal with the psyche, feelings, and advice about deep inflection of events, giving the discipline upon which yoga is practiced on her today. Yoga Sutra is the fastest quenching account of yoga and possibly the most consistent content throughout everyday life. The Sanskrit word yoga has many interpretations and can be decoded in a variety of ways. Several interpretations cause interpretations of burden, join, or position, essentially an approach to joining together a cycle of the system. A male trained in this subject is referred to as a yogi or yogin, as well as a female expert known as Eugene. Places that are currently an essential part of well-being and wellness in many offices around the world were initially not a predominant part of yoga customs in India. Wellness was not a central point of preparation. Various practices have been highlighted, for example, pranayama, dharana, and likewise non-yoga began to gain recognition in the West towards the end of the 19th century, with an explosion of interest in Pilates in the 1920s and 1930s, first long ago and later in the West. Advantages of doing yoga. It improves your ability to adapt. Expanded adaptability is one of the first and most obvious benefits of yoga. With your highest level, you likely won't be able to make contact with your toes, let alone do a back bend. However, if you stay with that, you will see a gradual release and, in the end, seemingly unimaginable situations will have potential. You should also see that your pains begin to disappear. This is not a coincidence. Strained shoulders can elevate the knee joint due to improper arrangement of the thigh and shin bones. Tight hamstrings can dislocate a portion of the lumbar spine, which can lead to back pain. What's more, stiffness of muscles and connective tissues, for example, the mantle and tendons, can cause you to stand helpless. Improves muscle stability. Rigid muscles accomplish more than they seem unusual. It also guarantees us conditions such as arthritis and back pain and helps prevent falls in more experienced people. When you develop your steadiness through yoga, you are at that stage compensating for it with resilience. If you've just made the transition to a workout and lift center, you can develop stability at the cost of resilience. Completes your position. Your head is like a bowling ball, huge, round, and powerful. When your head is fully set against a vertical spine, there is less work of the back and neck muscles to help support it. Move it a few steps forward, however, and you'll also begin to strain those muscles. Imagine holding a bowling ball leaning forward for 8 or 12 hours every day. It's no surprise that you've drained. Moreover, the vulnerability probably will not be your individual problem. Poor posture can cause neck, back, and other problems with joints and muscles. When it dangles, your body can compensate for the standard inward curves in your neck and lower back. This may lead to degenerative arthritis pain in the spine. It hinders the breakdown of joints and ligaments. Every time you do yoga, you are essentially taking your muscles through their entire choices for development. This can help prevent osteoarthritis or alleviate disability by crushing and submerging ligament areas that are not used regularly. Joint ligament resection. The real power of yoga. The word yoga represents the image of association. In Sanskrit, yoga is the importance of the joint. The genuine significance of yoga isn't tied in with doing the active work, it is the way toward consolidating the spirit with action. The foundation of yoga has started in the principle 1,000 years BCE. Slowly the advantage of yoga ran over. Another word for yoga is the burden. The force of yoga. The blend of both physical and mental activity to arrive at the internal soul by creating some measure of energy is the genuine significance of yoga. One ought to need to know the force of yoga. 1. To improve self-perception. Focusing internally while doing yoga will assist you with improving the design of the body. 2. Careful eating. You will get a favorable position of feeling about what you eat. 3. Heart benefits. By doing yoga consistently can assist with bringing down blood joy and cholesterol. 4. In general wellness. Practicing yoga a few times each week will assist with keeping up the general wellness well indeed. It will assist with quieting your psyche and train your body. Yoga fits everybody, and yoga needn't bother with any exceptional hardware. Improved rest, processing. Expands adaptability, muscle strength, and bloodstream. Adjusted digestion, help you center, and fortified bones. The otherworldly sorts of yoga. Law of unadulterated possibility. Knowing whom we enable us to satisfy any fantasy we have. At the point when we are in congruity with nature, we build up a connection between our aspirations and the solidarity to understand these cravings. Law of giving and getting. In the universe, everything is worked through powerful trade. We don't reserve an option to stop the progression of nature. Law of karma. In the event that you can happily include yourself in any action, that is karma. Law of least exertion. Thusly, you strike into the boundless getting sorted out limit of the universe to do less and achieve everything. Law of expectation and want. The whole universe is a combination of energy and data. The two of them exist all over the place. The nature of significance in each expectation and want is the device for its satisfaction. Law of Dharma. By indicating your novel abilities and strengths to other people, you will get limitless love, plenitude, trust, and genuine satisfaction in your life. Law of Detachment. The law of separation expresses that to drive anything in the actual universe, you should give up the association with it. In this world, yoga,